This remote island may be the home to a mysterious beast.
They were a very fierce animal.
A top-of-the-line predator, thought to be extinct for more than 70 years.
It's just going to go straight for the kill on the throat.
Yeah.
This creature was a killing machine.
They tended to bite off the nose or even decapitate a whole animal.
There's lots of things happen out there that you can't easily explain.
A mystery that could be solved with modern forensic science.
Should this hair prove to be thylacine hair, it would be evidence of the animal.
Now Monster Quest travels to the rainforests of Tasmania to capture proof that this elusive creature still lives.
There, did you hear it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Witnesses around the world report seeing monsters. Are they real or imaginary? Science searches for answers on Monster Quest. The island of Tasmania sits at the bottom of the world. 150 miles southeast of the Australian mainland, this is the land that time forgot. Roughly the size of South Carolina, it is home to pristine rainforests, unique fauna, and some of the world's tallest trees. Wildlife like the Tasmanian devil, wombat, and kangaroo thrive on this green land. But there is said to be something else stalking this 26,000 square mile island, a mysterious predator.
You feel that there's eyes upon you, you feel like something's watching you, and you can't work it out what.
For a minute it didn't register, and then I thought, it's a Tasmanian tiger.
I looked for him for at least 3 minutes.
It's not dead, it's not gone, and we saw it.
Eyewitnesses report seeing a wolf-like creature with distinctive dark brown stripes and a large head. The beast has a jaw that is able to open wider than any known mammal, and long razor-sharp teeth capable of slicing through flesh. This beast measures up to 6 feet long and can weigh as much as 80 pounds. The descriptions match those of the Tasmanian tiger, known for its distinct tiger-like markings. Known to scientists as the thylacine, this large carnivorous marsupial was the island's top predator until the turn of the 20th century when they were hunted to extinction. But some people are now convinced that this was not the end of the tigers.
It was absolute disbelief to see it.
Andrew Orchard, a farmer, encountered a tiger on a deserted road in northeast Tasmania.
I just happened to notice on the right-hand side of the road, standing in the ferns, only 100 metres up in front, what I thought was a forester kangaroo because it had an enormous head on it. And for a minute it didn't register, and then I thought, it's a Tasmanian tiger.
As Andrew slowed down, the creature was less than 30 yards away.
As I nearly got to it, all of a sudden it got down on all fours and paced like a horse, and then got to the other side and went up the bank.
Andrew swiftly turned around, rushed out of his car, and tried to locate the fleeing beast.
In the ferns, you know, they're waist high, and this animal was probably only just above the knee. It's near impossible to find it. But it was a very good view of it in the afternoon. There's no doubt what it was.
Since 1936, there have been more than 350 reported sightings across the island. The witnesses all seem to describe the unique features of the Tasmanian tiger.
The jaw gape was enormous, much larger than a wolf, and they could open their mouth that wide.
Wildlife biologist Nick Mooney says the beast relied on an acute sense of smell and great stamina to tenaciously track and kill its prey.
You have a very large crushing bite. This is very clearly a flesh-eating jaw.
Mooney has investigated many of these alleged sightings. He's seen no evidence so far that's led him to believe the beast still roams the island.
I've been doing this work and other wildlife research for long enough to know there's lots of things happen out there that you can't easily explain or see, and you can be wrong.
Lacking physical evidence of the Tasmanian tiger's survival, Mooney is left with only eyewitness descriptions to inform his investigations.
Sometimes it's somebody reporting a vocalisation, a call. They assure us thylacine, or smelling a smell, or maybe a footprint, but mostly it's about people's eyewitness accounts. These are notoriously hard to decide which is true and which is false. People's ability to modify their memory is notorious, and it's the plague of courts all around the world.
The Monster Quest expedition team has traveled to Tasmania to search for evidence that the tiger still exists. Chris Rehberg, a local researcher convinced of the tiger's survival, will lead the search. Joining him is veterinarian Michael Nelson.
We do have high hopes. We've put a lot of time into planning the choice of our location.
Previous expeditions that have searched for the tiger have focused on where most of the sightings occurred. These were mostly near the inhabited and farmed area of the island. Instead, the expedition team has chosen the remote and inaccessible southwest corner of Tasmania as its focus. They reason that humans hunting these creatures would have conditioned the tigers to avoid people.
At this point in time, it's time to go back to the earlier sightings, which are from the southwest, because that region has really been untouched since 1936.
Get all this gearing. There are quite a few dangers involved in this expedition, and the most notable one would be the snakes. We're dealing with tiger snakes and copperheads for the most part. We've also had to take into account the changing Tasmanian weather conditions. In Tasmania, you can literally have 4 seasons in a day. You can be out in brilliant sunshine, the clouds will roll in, it will start hailing, even start snowing.
Yeah, we're using the top pouches for first aid and emergency, so that's in there.
These weather conditions are also highly unpredictable, and the team will need to be well prepared.
Now for us, that's extended because not only do we need all of the normal hiking gear, we also need to carry some fairly high-tech camera equipment. There's no point in being there if we've got no way of capturing the animal on film. Right.
At long last.
Might be the last time we see this car for a while. Okay.
We've got to head down. Basically down.
Yep.
And then skirt around, I think. Here we go. The fact remains there are some really credible sightings before the tiger went extinct from that region. It was definitely there, and it was definitely breeding in sufficient numbers.
The team has collected the details of dozens of recent sightings and has identified some promising search locations.
We've got 60, 70 sightings on there and plotted all of those and looked at how they compare to where we're heading into the bush today too.
To maximize the chances of capturing the elusive beast on camera, Rehberg's team set up motion-sensing camera traps in the most remote reaches of the wilderness.
Let's have a look around here.
The team has found the perfect location to deploy this technology.
The Tassie tiger would love to move along the edge of this plain through this scrub, and then when the paddy melons and the smaller prey species come out into the open at night, it'll duck out from there.
Paddy melons are small kangaroo-like animals that are native to the area.
The stories we have of Tasmanian tigers eating prey is that they were a particular eater. They would often eat at the neck of an animal and eat the blood vessels through there.
To capitalize on the highly predatory nature of the tigers, the team will install a robotic decoy.
Angle looks good. So what we've set up there is a lure which moves, sets off a call every 3 hours right in front of the camera, and hopefully that'll attract the interest of the tiger.
Yeah, that's good. It's giving that little bit of a wobble at the top of the branches here, which you can see from a fair way back.
This decoy will emit the distressed wail of an injured animal, and like most predators, the Tasmanian tiger is